Similar to the connection of certain mountains with earlier prophets, such as the meeting of Adam, A.S., and Hawa on Jabal al-Rahmah, Noah, alayhi salam, Ark resting on Jabal Judi, and the special relation of the mountains of Safa and Marwa with Ibrahim, alayhi salam, Hajara, and Ismail. The mountains in the life of the prophet were no less significant. The cave of Hira holds special significance because it is where the prophet spent his time in reflection, and it is here that the angel Jibreel, alayhi salam, first brought the revelation. The cave is located about 2,000 feet above sea level, is rectangular in shape, and faces the direction of the Kaaba. Inside, it is roughly 4 yards long, nearly 2 yards wide, and tall enough for a person to stand and pray comfortably. The prophet would go to the cave of Hira, spending months there in meditation. He would bring food with him, and when it ran out, he would return home and then head back to his solitude. He engaged in deep contemplation, seeking answers to the existential questions about life and the universe. In Sahih Bukhari, it is narrated that the prophet spent time in the cave of Hira practicing tahanath, a form of worship. What was this worship? It is explained in the commentary on Bukhari that the prophet's worship was one of deep reflection and pondering. It was the same form of worship that his grandfather, Ibrahim, practiced before his prophethood. He would observe the stars and the moon, and when they disappeared, he would exclaim, "I do not want anything transient. I turn my face towards the one who created the heavens and the earth." Surah Al-An'am 79. The prophet's grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, used to observe itikaf in the cave of Hira during the month of Ramadan. This practice of solitude and contemplation began for the prophet after the birth of his daughter, Ruqayyah. The period of tahanath, marked by deep devotion to God, lasted for 5 years, but during the last 6 months of this period, the prophet was fully engrossed in worship and seclusion. It was during these 6 months that the prophet began to experience dreams that would later come true. According to authentic traditions and biographers, during this period of spiritual development, the prophet began to receive true dreams, Ruya as-Siddiqa, which are considered to be a part of prophethood. These dreams were significant and often became clear in their interpretation shortly afterward. As the prophet approached the age of 40, he was being prepared by divine wisdom for the coming of revelation, and Allah chose him to become the mercy to the worlds.